Lovely people, I'm inviting everybody. I'm inviting the Western media, BBC, CNN, in fact, the West in general to come with me. Let's go to Burkina Faso. Let them listen to what the future of Burkina Faso, which are the young ones, okay, the young ones, children, let me call them children, what they are saying regarding their leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, who has been branded as a putschist, he's a coup d'etat, he's a blah, blah, blah. Hey, he's using the gold to protect himself, not for the benefit of the people. What the children in Burkina Faso are saying about him. And after that, we go to what exactly brought this conversation, why the children are high like this, as the video I'm about to play to you. The conversation, the message is no longer coming from us. The message is not coming from any media house. The message is coming directly from the future. Because these children are the future of Burkina Faso. So, let's listen to these children.
On a écouté son message. On a trahi la patrie. On doit même pas trahir la patrie.
Et également, on doit se soutenir. J'ai dit que Ibrahim Traoré là, c'est notre président même.
On est fiers de lui. Ça nous a fait plaisir d'écouter parce que le message était très fort. Ça nous enseigne. On sait qu'ici là, on va apprendre beaucoup de choses et ça servira à notre nation.
On a le meilleur président en Afrique. On est fiers d'être ici. On est fiers d'être ici.
Le meilleur président de tout
Capitaine Ibrahim Traoré. Il va vivre l'éternité même. Voilà.
That is not all of the people. Traore'S send a message or give a message to this student. That is one of the things also that is making the student, happy and saying this thing that you are saying. I'm going to play that message, powerful message, and hearing the message, then you know exactly why the children are so happy, why they are saying that they cannot betray their country and all that. And this message that Captain Ibrahim Traoré has given to the children, and the children are giving this reply in return, it came as a result of a particular initiative. So let me take you through this beautiful new initiative or new decree in Burkina Faso, what it is about, how it's concerned these children and the future of Burkina Faso. Then after that, then I'll play the video, what Captain Ibrahim Traoré said in regards to this. So this is the first badge of the initiative. So they received the first message from the president, and this is their message or their reply they are giving us back. Well, let me play the second one.
On est fiers, on est contente. On est tellement fiers d'être ici. On est bien quoi. On est bien. En tout cas, ça va. On mange bien, on dort bien. Ça va. Hey, les éléments là, les élèves qui seront en terminale l'année prochaine là, bossez bien pour venir à l'immersion. Parce que ici là, c'est trop Iceman. Oui, et puis...
Avant de venir, si vous attendez à quoi?
À bien manger, à se familiariser. On forme déjà une famille, vous voyez, non? Ça m'a touché le cœur. On a le meilleur président en Afrique. On a le meilleur...
All right, lovely people. This is what the children from Burkina Faso. I'm not the one giving this update to you. If you are touched by this time you should like the video first of all. And if you're not a subscriber, you should subscribe to the channel. Before we move forward, why the children are happy? Why the children are passing this message that they are not going to betray their country. They will make sure that they are loyal to their country, they are loyal to their flag, and they are boldly telling us that they have the best president in Africa. Hey, listen, the best president in the world, if you should put it that way. Let me put this on record. Can you, Ugandans in the house, before we move on, let me ask this question. Can you say the same thing, Uganda? Cameroon, they said your president is older than the atomic bomb. Space travel. The United States is older than the internet. Can you also make the same statement that you have the best president? Kenya, can you? No, you people, you are fighting your president every day. You can't. Ghana, our president is doing his best politically. We can't say we have the best president, by the way. Togo, you can't. You people, they are unaliving you and then dropping you inside the gutter and water. How many of the Africa country that children or you and I can say that we have the best president? No, but this is what the children are saying. Now, let me explain to you what is happening. Amazing, complete education reform is going on in Burkina Faso. And this is something initiated by the president of Burkina Faso. Ask yourself, lovely people, what if before continuing your studies, you had to spend weeks learning discipline, patriotism, and civic responsibility? I spoke about the civic responsibility in some of my videos that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is trying to initiate civic responsibility to become compulsory in secondary school and high school in Burkina Faso to train the children to be responsible and patriotic. That is what Chinese did, which is the reason why a Chinese citizen will never betray China. Okay, because they have gone through civic education. That is what is lacking in most of Africa countries, especially Ghana here, where the people are rather loyal to their party than their country. The people love the party than their country. Okay, if the politicians are destroying the country, they will stand with the political flag and defend the political flag at the expense of the flag of the country, of the nation. So, lovely people, in Burkina Faso, things are changing. The next generation is grooming a different way. Imagine if your next step in school depends not on how many books you've read. Okay, not on how many books you've read, but on how ready you are to serve your country. Well, lovely people, I will not lie to you, that is exactly what is happening in Burkina Faso right now. President Captain Ibrahim Traoré has signed a new decree that makes patriotic immersion mandatory for all students who pass major school exams in Burkina Faso. What did the decree say? According to the law or the decree, it says that every student who pass key national exams must go through a period of patriotic immersion before moving to the next level of education. And this law, lovely people, it applies to students who pass the junior high school certificate, the vocational training certificate, the professional study certificate, the high school graduation certificate. This is it. And let us understand, what is patriotic immersion? What is it? Let's clear this out. The patriotic immersion is more than just military drills. It is a program that combines physical training to build strength, health, and discipline. Civic education, that is teaching rights, duties, and national values to students. Patriotic lesson, that is understanding the history, the struggle and future of Burkina Faso, and the goal of Burkina Faso. The aim of this initiative, or the goal of this initiative, is to prepare young people not only for working life, but for responsible citizenship. What are the rules and the requirements for this? According to the decree, if you are called to participate in this patriotic immersion, you must attend. It is a mandatory. You can't skip it. You skip it, you can't go further in education. If you ignore the summons, you will face community service as a penalty. Even after that, you will still have to complete the immersion unless officially exempted. The details such as how long the program lasts, where it will be held, and age requirement will be decided in another official order from different ministries. Now, here are some key parts of this particular initiative. At the end of the patriotic immersion, you will receive an official certificate. And without this certificate, lovely people, you cannot move to second year of high school, start the first year of vocational training, begin university study, whether in public or private school. This means the certificate is not just a piece of paper, it is your passport to continue your education. You see how important this is? Because it is important to train the next generation to understand national value for nation, being patriotic. Now let's talk about the responsibility. Several ministries will work together to make this happen. Several ministries are responsible for the better training to make sure that this works. The Ministry of Secondary School and Vocational Training, Ministry of Defense and Veterans, Ministry of Security, Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation. These ministries are responsible to make sure that this happens properly. The children receive the best education. This is to decode and remove the old mentality of how people follow parties other than following nation, like what we have in Ghana. I'll always be using Ghana because in Ghana, we don't have any patriotic citizens. Everybody is a politician in Ghana. This useless mentality, Burkina Faso is taking steps to remove it out of the mind of the citizens. That is what China did. That is why you don't see a Chinese citizen betraying the country, because they are trained from childhood to understand. They have love for the nation. They set love for the nation in them. And Captain Traoré's decree is a statement that Burkina Faso wants young people to know their history, defend their country, and serve their communities before they climb the academic ladder. For the young people in Burkina Faso, this is both a challenge and opportunity to them. The challenge is you can't skip this step if you want to continue your studies. It means extra time and effort after your exam. That is the challenge. But the opportunity is that you gain skills and discipline that will help in all areas of life. You connect with other young people across the country. You become part of a movement to build Burkina Faso with integrity and solidarity. Now, Burkina Faso's President Captain Ibrahim Traoré actually passed a particular message, and let's listen to that message shortly. He put a vital point in that message, how the youth are being manipulated by the Western media and a whole lot. He put a lot of communes in there. So lovely family, let us not waste time. Let me play that video with immediate effect.
Je vous salue et je vous félicite. Je vous félicite pour votre succès à cet examen crucial de votre cursus scolaire et universitaire. Certains parmi vous vont sûrement intégrer la fonction publique et être dans l'administration de notre nation, d'autres dans le secteur privé, mais la grande majorité va prendre d'assaut dans les différentes universités de notre patrie. Il est nécessaire de comprendre que notre pays est dans une révolution. Nous avons donc décidé de vous initier et de vous donner un certain nombre de rudiments pour affronter la vie active. C'est ainsi que l'immersion patriotique a été initiée et vous devez être fiers d'être la première promotion. La révolution a besoin de citoyens nouveaux, de citoyens patriotes, intègres, solidaires. Et au cours de cette immersion, vous apprendrez beaucoup de choses. Vous devrez apprendre à être de bons patriotes, à ne jamais trahir la mère patrie. Vous devez comprendre d'où vous venez, le passé. Aujourd'hui, qu'est-ce que c'est que notre révolution? Et projeter un avenir. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez pour votre patrie, pour vous et votre famille? Il faut comprendre le passé. D'où est-ce que nous venons? Comment nos ancêtres ont fait pour survivre à toute cette barbarie venue d'ailleurs, pour les exterminer et s'accaparer de leur terre? Comment ils se sont battus pour garder nos terres que nous avons aujourd'hui, le Burkina Faso? Vous devrez comprendre les détails de notre passé. Qu'est-ce que l'Afrique a subi? Qu'est-ce que le Burkina Faso a subi? Et comment nos ancêtres s'y sont pris pour que nous soyons là aujourd'hui en tant que Burkinabés? À travers cela, vous comprendrez aujourd'hui le monde, la géopolitique. Pourquoi les relations humaines à travers le monde sont souvent entachées de guerres et de beaucoup d'autres phénomènes que vous ne pouvez pas comprendre tant qu'on ne vous enseigne pas l'histoire. Aujourd'hui, notre patrie est en guerre. Mais vous devez comprendre d'où vient cette guerre. Pourquoi on nous fait la guerre? Pourquoi ces individus attaquent notre patrie? Tout cela vous sera enseigné et initié. Plus vous comprenez ce que vous vivez, et vous devez maintenant comprendre pourquoi nous avons décidé de nous lancer dans une révolution. Qu'est-ce que c'est que la révolution? Comment comprendre qu'il fallait la révolution pour qu'on puisse y arriver? Il faut qu'on révolutionne nos vies. Nous sommes beaucoup en retard et avec la guerre, nous avons besoin d'aller vite, avec donc des citoyens d'un nouveau type, très disciplinés, engagés, patriotes jusqu'au sacrifice suprême. Et à travers cela, vous comprendrez mieux comment vous projetez dans l'avenir. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez pour votre pays? Qui ne souhaite pas demain avoir ses enfants, qui vont à l'école gratuitement, qui vont être soignés convenablement dans leur patrie, qui vont se nourrir convenablement. C'est le sens de notre engagement. Et vous devez comprendre tout cela et que c'est possible. Si aujourd'hui nous sommes en guerre et que nous arrivons sur le volet du développement à faire beaucoup de réalisations, c'est que notre patrie a des potentialités qui étaient sûrement mal exploitées. Et comment éviter que ces ressources retombent dans les mains des impérialistes? C'est le sens du combat. Et vous devez comprendre tous ces paramètres. Beaucoup de choses vous seront enseignées. Vous connaîtrez l'humilité. Vous devrez partager beaucoup de choses avec vos camarades et vous apprendrez à aimer votre patrie, à ne jamais trahir votre patrie. La guerre de désinformation qui se mène aujourd'hui par l'impérialisme, la manipulation, c'est vous qui êtes les cibles, la jeunesse, l'avenir de la nation. Et vous devez tout mettre en œuvre pour apprendre à ne jamais trahir votre patrie et ne pas se faire recruter par ces impérialistes comme espions. Parce que tout leur espoir, c'est de pouvoir recruter la jeunesse, en faire de vous des espions pour servir leur patrie au détriment de votre patrie, c'est-à-dire trahir votre patrie. ils désinforment, ils intoxiquent à travers les médias, à travers les réseaux sociaux, à travers beaucoup de phénomènes. Mais vous devrez donc apprendre à faire la différence entre leur manipulation et ce que vous voulez pour votre patrie. Voilà pourquoi cette immersion est la bienvenue et vous devez donner du sien pour apprendre les béabas de ce que c'est que le patriotisme. Ça va continuer tout au long de votre vie certainement, parce que l'Institut des peuples noirs Farafina, que nous sommes en train donc de rendre opérationnel, va continuer la même mission, continuer à encadrer, à enseigner la jeunesse sur notre histoire, sur notre présent et sur ce que nous pourrons faire à l'avenir. Donc je vous souhaite de passer de très bons moments d'apprentissage pour que notre pays puisse vraiment compter sur vous, parce que vous êtes l'avenir de la nation. Vous devrez donc reprendre le message que vous aurez appris là-bas autour de vous pour que tous ceux qui n'ont pas eu la chance d'être à cette immersion puissent apprendre de vous ce que c'est que le patriotisme, ce que c'est que l'engagement pour la patrie. Apprenez bien, je vous souhaite très bonne chance, très bon courage. La patrie ou la mort, nous vaincrons.
So this is the message of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. You know the reason why Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing this? Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing this because for far too long, the imperialists, they are able to ride on our ignorance. That is why we are here today. But when the people are informed, it becomes difficult and almost impossible to manipulate them. He said the new Burkina Faso need new patriotism, new citizens. So these new citizens must be groomed by the older generation for them to understand what is media manipulation, who their enemy is. I mean, what happened on global stage? A lot are going to be inserted in the... See, these children are going to grow up with knowledge that Ghanaians are not even getting in their school. Knowledge about global politics. Knowledge because they have to understand everything. Why the nation is at war. Why everybody is coming here. Why the West is... I mean, everything that happened around Burkina Faso and evolve around Burkina Faso. Not only Burkina Faso, but across Africa. These children will be taught. So when the imperialists are playing a game, they already know what it is. They are prepared for it. So lovely people, this is massive. This is great. Let me know your thoughts in the comment. Respect.